Last year, Steele Jantz showed his mettle as the Nevada Union quarterback. But a season-ending injury to Jantz last week has thrust John Wivholm into the spotlight, hoping to improve on the Miners' early season record. Meanwhile, though Granite Bay's Grizzlies have had to deal with injuries on the D-line, their exciting offense revolves around an attack born of blazing speed. The two schools meet in a non-league tilt from Grass Valley next. They have finally arrived. The Granite Bay Grizzlies ready for a big Thursday night football matchup as they take to the road, and this is what they come into. They'll meet the Nevada Union Miners, whose fans are revved up for homecoming. It's Thursday night football, presented by Farmers Insurance. Tonight, it's the Granite Bay Grizzlies as they take on the Nevada Union Miners. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Along with Mike Pawlowski, I am Jim Kozimor. And boy, you can't beat homecoming on any high school football night, but especially tonight on Thursday Night Football.
Absolutely. Thursday Night Football, homecoming here at Nevada Union. Two great teams, historical matchups here. You've got some teams ready to go on a great night.
And for Nevada Union, they've got to change things immediately. Their regular quarterback, Steele Jantz, was injured last week, broke his leg. And, Mike, they're going to go to two guys to pick up the slack.
They are. Steele Jantz was the undisputed leader of this team. This week, they're going to have to go with John Wivholm. He's a guy that has worked hard for this team, but Steele's younger brother, Brogan, just got his number on the varsity team. You've got two new guys coming out at quarterback, both talented. A little family tradition there with the Jantzes, though.
And for Granite Bay, they've made the long bus ride over here to Nevada Union High School, and they do it with an awful lot of speed out of the backfield.
Absolutely. These guys can tote the rock for the Grizzlies. If you look at Granite Bay, you think this is a good running football team. First guy, Ronnie Thomas. 4.5 speed, we were told by Coach Ernie Cooper this week. He not only runs it, but he can catch the ball going across the middle. This is a game winner right here, folks. And then you have Peyton Thompson. He is so effective and so dangerous with the ball that it sets him up for the trick play as well. He can throw the pass. You'll see him running the sweep all night long, which is what sets up that play. Peyton Thompson, a guy to watch tonight.
And, Mike, you know how special homecoming is anytime you're ready to play, right?
That's right. Ready on homecoming every time.
All right, guys, it's going to be a great one tonight. Two new quarterbacks for Nevada Union, two great speedy running backs for Granite Bay. We've got Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet. Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Farmers gets you back where you belong. By Hertz Equipment Rentals, exceeding customer expectations. And by Heritage Ford of Modesto, we don't want all the business, just yours. A gorgeous homecoming evening here at Nevada Union High School. We've got a good one with the Miners of Nevada Union 1-2 taking on the Granite Bay Grizzlies at 2 wins and 1 loss. For Nevada Union, they will get a lift tonight defensively. Let's go down to the field. The third member of our broadcast crew, here's Nicole Zalumis.
Well, a huge addition to Nevada Union's defense tonight. Tucker Colon, here's a senior that's coming back. He's really the signal caller on defense. He was out the whole year. Slight tear in his MCL in the preseason game. Cleared to play on Tuesday. So this is really exciting because Coach calls him the heart and the soul of the defense. He's a leader. He was a starter last year. The team really rallies around him when he takes the field. It's all about the experience that he brings to this team. Not to mention, guys, Coach calls him the toughest guy on his team. Back up to you.
All right, Nicole, thanks very much. You know, Mike, last week, Nevada Union, a loser, 33-21 to Del Oro, so they give up 33 points. How important is it to have the heart and soul of that defense
Well,
back?
you get the big defensive guy back over 90 tackles. He's a guy that's going to make a difference on this defense.
Thank you.
A moment of silence here at the field at Nevada Union High School. And let's take a look at the head coach for Nevada Union, Dave Humphers. He came to Nevada Union in 1984 as an assistant coach, took over as the head coach in 1991, and has been here ever since. In fact, you played with a couple of guys he coached.
Absolutely. Steve Gordon, who was my center at Cal, played for him. Also, Matt Beck, who was a linebacker at Cal, also played under Coach Humphers.
We'll have the kickoff straight ahead. Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our national anthem.
Grizzlies in town with a record of 2-1. Their head coach, Ernie Cooper. What a great attitude this guy has. When the school opened in 1996, he came up and began as the head coach and has been there ever since. Well, this guy just loves coaching. In fact, his high school football coach is really one of the great mentors in his life.
That's right. He said that he had a great coach in high school, that a former Cal Bear, of course, that this guy taught him about football, one of the old Blues, and loved to coach. Came out, he was actually a baseball player in college, played a little bit of free safety and a backup quarterback in high school, but said, really, I want to be a football coach.
That really speaks to the positive impression that was put upon Coach Cooper. You're a baseball player at Santa Clara, but he wanted to be a football coach because of his great high school fond memories, and which is really part of what high school football is all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's what sets you up. You go into football, you love football, you want to come out and coach the game later on. The thing about being a high school coach as opposed to being a college coach or a pro coach is you can really have a positive effect on young kids. You can form the youth of America, and that's part of what this is all about. You know, it's homecoming night here. You got your high school football coaches that love the game. You got your players who love the game. They're never going to be more amped up than they are tonight. They're thinking about homecoming. They're thinking about what they're going to do for the date, but right now they got a football game to play.
I was one who thought about the date and enjoyed the game. You played in the game.
Yes, I was thinking more about executing.
Cameron Brown will kick off for Granite Bay. Deep to receive. Corey George is back. And Cole Stanford. Thursday Night Football is underway. A little punch kick to the nearest sideline, and it's taken by an up man, and then he is driven out of bounds just across the 35-yard line. Matt Anderson picked the football up, and Nevada Union will have the ball first as Granite Bay won the toss and deferred. They wanted to get their defense out there first. But now for Nevada Union, Mike, John Wivholm gets the start.
That's right. It's a big one for him. We were told by Coach Humphers he is a natural team leader. Here's a guy that the kids on the team look up to, but now he has to step up a level. He has to fill that starting spot and prove those leadership skills.
6 foot, 180-pound junior gets this start. He has started in the past. This is nothing new for him. He has made 2 appearances so far this year. They'll run the wing T, so get ready for some trickery. Wivholm going to roll out and throw. Diving attempt made by Cole Stanford. The pass is incomplete. The Farmers' offensive starters on that offensive line. They've got some very good ones. Brian Stockton, one of them. Mike Saturnino is a guy who could be a Division I prospect. The skill position guys, Brian Scarborough, Corey Browning, the backs. We've got some guys who can really motor. But when you run that wing T, it's all about trickery.
Yeah, it's all about execution in the wing T and cross-butt blocking and misdirection. When we talked to Coach Humphers during the week, he said, listen, I really like the wing T, especially at the high school level, because you're making people miss, and you could take the talent that you have in the school and you can use it to its best ability.
Defensively for Granite Bay. Here's how they will start. Trevor Grabenauer, he had to leave practice Monday. He was sick. This is a defense that has lost 3 defensive linemen to injury over the past couple of weeks. They run a 4-4-3. They'll sometimes shift into a 4-3-4. How tough is that to lose 3 down linemen on that defensive side,
it's tough. That's your pass rush. That's your run stop up front. Those guys have the task of keeping the offensive line off your linebackers, and especially when you're playing against a team that runs the wing T, guys that have seen that kind of offense before, it makes it much tougher for you to execute on defense.
You saw Wivholm check that wristband he has on his left arm. He also wears a glove, and he threw on that first play of the game. You like when the quarterback wears a glove?
I'm not a big fan of it. I've played, obviously, the position, and I tried on gloves when it was cold outside. I'd rather just have a cold hand.
Wivholm throws, and it hits the back of a defensive player. That pass never was close to the intended receiver, and that's a good job defensively by Sean Covert. And so that will bring up 4th down in a punting situation for Nevada Union.
Covert was there. Lee Graybill was there. Just a good job in coverage. Right now, Wivholm feeling those nerves, feeling a little bit of energy out there. He needs to calm down and play the position.
Kyle Beelan will punt the football back deep to receive for Granite Bay. Peyton Thompson, and he's a burner. Tried to split 2 men, ends up at the 41-yard line. A 35-yard punt an 11-yard return for Peyton Thompson. And here comes Thomas Moss, the starting quarterback for the Granite Bay Grizzlies, 5'10", 185-pound senior.
Was a starter last year for this team, threw for 1,300 yards as a starter. He's a very good quarterback, established himself as the leader last year, and there was absolutely no discussion about this year. This guy was going to be a team leader for his team.
Has thrown 3 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. And play action. A nice throw to the wide receiver who's curling inside, Brandon Michalkowicz. And he's near a first down for Granite Bay, a pickup of 9. Here's the offense for the Grizzlies. On that offensive line, Cameron Hayes, the left tackle, last year got his chance on special teams, made good with it, and now he's a regular starter. One of the biggest players on that line, 6', 250, Sherman Aramesh. The skill position players, Thompson and Thomas, are ones we told you about. Michalkowicz has 18 catches coming in, and you just saw his first of the night, a 9-yard pickup. Second down. In motion, Ronnie Thomas. They give to Thomas, and he's got a blocker in front of him. Gets pushed out, cuts it back up, now tries to weave against the grain. He's inside Nevada Union territory, but late a flag goes down.
Nice run by Thomas. We talked a little bit about the wing tee offense on Granite Bay side. We're going to see the fly offense mixed in with a little bit of West Coast. This is usually Peyton Thompson's play. Ronnie Thomas, 4.5 speed at that running back as well, does a nice job stretching it as wide as possible and turning it upfield. You get north and south once you find your gaps, running that sweep to the outside.
And the penalty, which was late on that run, an 18-yard pickup by Ronnie Thomas, was against the Nevada Union defense. And so that puts Granite Bay in good field position. They're at the Miners' 26-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. They give straight up the middle. Good run by Clark Partridge. He's near the 15-yard line.
And that is the counter off of that fly sweep action. We just saw him before running the green sweep. This time they fake the sweep and run the counter to the inside.
Here's the defensive side for the Nevada Union Miners. There you see the front four. They run a 4-4-3. It's overshifted. They can adjust it, and they've been doing this since 1987. In fact, everyone in the Miners program, they run it all the way straight through. The JVs, the freshmen, into the middle schools, and when they start, they learn Miners football.
They learn wing tee and 4-4.
They give the ball to Thomas. He tries to get outside, then cuts it back up. He's got a first down.
Come on down, Trey.
Right now, Granite Bay doing a very nice job of play calling, moving it inside, taking it outside, just mixing things up and moving the ball extremely effectively on the ground.
Offensive coordinator is Bill Nee. He's the one who brought in the West Coast offense. When they began with that fly, you mentioned it, Mike. How different are those two approaches?
Oh, two entirely different approaches. The fly offense is really a high school style of offense. It's a running offense. West Coast, although you run the football, it's based around getting the backs out of the backfield and throwing.
Peyton Thompson in motion. Now we have a flag in the air. And we'll wait to see what the call is.
76 is the tackle. Delay game.
Delay of game will come, and here's the official call.
Dead ball. Delay. Offense, first down.
John Galvin. There you see the head coach, Ernie Cooper. He's got to be happy with this first possession for his club, as they started at their own 41-yard line. It's been 4 plays, and they have quickly marched right down the field. They give inside to Partridge. He fights his way forward on 1st and 15.
Well, we talked about Ronnie Thomas and Peyton Thompson. Those are their speed guys. Thompson's the outside man, Thomas the inside man, playing the classic tailback position in that fly. Partridge is the bruiser. He's the blue-collar guy. I call him a lunch pail guy. Brings his lunch pail to work all the time. He likes to work hard. He hits the hole hard. He's more of your traditional fullback type.
Do you need that dirty work back if you got 2 guys who can really fly?
You've got to have it to mix it up, because what you want to do is throw the counterbalance at that defense, make them hit somebody hard, then have a guy that can juke them inside.
Peyton Thompson in motion. And again,
false start. Left side of that offensive line got out just a little bit early.
Dead ball. False start. Offense, second down.
Last week for Granite Bay, they had a very good drive working early in the game against Vacaville. But Thomas Moss made a mistake near the goal line, threw an interception in the end zone, and it was returned 103 yards for a score by Vacaville. Here they make good progress offensively, but are hurting themselves with penalties. Thompson in motion. The give up the middle. And right into the pile as that defense tries to push him back. Brian Stockton among them, Mike Saturnino. Saturnino came in with 10 tackles on the season.
And that's part of the strength of that 4-4 defense. Being a 4-4, you stack 8 guys in the box, and you're generally very good against the run. Most high school teams can run the ball better than they can throw the ball, so having as many men in the box as possible is always a bonus on defense.
It was Ronnie Thomas with a 2-yard pickup. That brings up 3rd down and long. Moss with a moving pocket, throws on the run to the end zone over the head of Peyton Thompson. That will bring up 4th down.
And Moss, a good high school quarterback. When you watch him, if he misses, he tends to throw the ball a little bit long. He knows he's got a burner out there who's got his man by a step. As a quarterback, you throw it where your man can get it or nobody can get it. You're close enough to kick the field goal, don't give away points.
And it will be a 36-yard attempt for Cameron Brown. Off the hold of Brandon Machakowicz. The kick. It is good. A 36-yard field goal. And the Granite Bay Grizzlies come up with points on their first possession.
Nice job of that offense by moving the ball. As you pointed out, though, Coach, shot themselves in the foot a little bit with a couple of penalties down there. Delay a game, and then, of course, a false start. You got to do better than that.
Granite Bay 3. Nevada Union will have the football next. Tomorrow night at 7, don't miss number 4-ranked USC as they face the 10th-ranked Cal Golden Bears in a matchup of Pac-10 volleyball powerhouses. USC and Cal women's volleyball tomorrow night at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet, your source for Cal sports. Boy, are they celebrating here tonight on homecoming night. Nevada Union High School, the Miners trailing 3-0. Mike Pulaski, Jim Kozimor with you. Nicole Zalumis works the sidelines for us. They're really getting into a festive mood here tonight.
They are right now. Nevada Union looking for their first big return.
Another little punch kickoff. Just kind of push it in the air and to the near sideline. What does that do? They've done that twice on kickoffs.
Well, it keeps you from being able to get a huge return. It actually started up in the Canadian Football League. Field as big and wide as it was, teams started pinning their opponent down to the sideline. Your coverage team you can bring down and cover into the sideline and stop somebody from a big return.
A week ago when Jantz was the quarterback, it was Steele Jantz. Now it's Brogan Jantz, the sophomore, replacing his brother on the second series. And on his first play, a give right up the middle. And that play goes nowhere. 2nd down coming up. How tough is it for a sophomore who hasn't played in the varsity to step right in?
Hasn't played in the varsity, just got brought up to the varsity this year. It's not like he's been here and just hadn't gotten the snaps. He hasn't been here. He just got a number on this varsity team. So he's got to step into some big shoes. It's his older brother, a guy I'm sure he admires and respects. Right now, the game's moving about 500 miles an hour.
He just walked over to his brother's locker. That's the number 11 that Steele Jantz was wearing. In the first couple of weeks of the season, there was a little movement on the line. Now that's the next step. You have a new quarterback, a new cadence. Here we see movement on the offensive line.
Not only that, he's only been taking snaps from the center this week. So it's a big change up to the whole mechanics of the way the offense is run.
Offense, 2nd down.
And you're going to see a lot of that with new quarterbacks. Whether it's Wivholm or whether it's Jantz, the younger Jantz, you're going to see that on offense. There's going to be some mix-ups.
And will Dave Humphers have to watch that early? They're down 3-0, still very early in the game. This is a team, though, that gave up 33 points last week, and they're taking on a team that can score offensively.
Well, they're going to want to control the ball. They're going to want to run it and control the clock as much as possible. And there's Wivholm on the sideline cheering on young Jantz.
Part of the greatness of high school football. The ball gets popped into the air, and it is recovered by the Granite Bay Grizzlies. Defense turns the trick, and the Grizzlies come away with the ball. It is Trevor Lynn who makes the pickup, or it was Lee Graybill. I know that Lynn was over near the play.
Well, nice defensive play. This is called the 28 sweep in the gut. And a nice job on the outside there, stripping the ball by Matt Klingler, getting his hand in there. And then a bunch of white jerseys popping in to recover that thing.
Boy, they had 3 and 4 popping. And right after that, we've got a ball in the air to Machakowicz to the end zone. Touchdown, Granite Bay on the first play. They strike, and they come away with a touchdown.
Great call by Coach Cooper. When you get a turnover, change of possession, something like that, you want to go for the throat right away. Score points because the other team is now reeling from the defense, having to get back on the field. Come back, throw the ball down the field. Nice passing catch from Moss to Machakowicz.
Granite Bay on their first possession, 8 plays, 41 yards. It ends in a 36-yard field goal. Second possession, 1 play and a touchdown. The point after is good.
You're just going to see a little play action fake inside. Moss rolls to his right, throws a perfect pass down the sideline. And Machakowicz all by himself. Play action sometimes affects those DBs, but there was nobody near him. That was just pitch and catch.
Yep,
that's how you do it in practice.
Is that the practice field
That's
right
it,
there?
that's it.
Is it almost that he's so wide open that you get a little nervous? Some guys...
Yeah, you start to pull a string as a quarterback, and you think, oh, whatever you do, don't miss this guy downfield. He is so open. And the receiver's thinking, I am so open, don't drop that ball.
Ernie Cooper said he's a great deep threat. His second touchdown catch of the year. Brandon Machakowicz.
A lot of guys on this team, a lot of good speed on this Granite Bay team. You know, we talked about it. Ronnie Thomas, he's a 4.5 guy, so he's got good speed. Then you have Peyton Thompson playing that fly back. He's a 4.49, 4.5 guy. Machakowicz on the outside, he's a 4.6. Now, you know, you hear about all these NFL speeds, 4.3, 4.2. 4.5 and 4.6 in high school is blazing fast. Guys don't run that fast in high school very often, so you've got some real burners here for the Grizzlies.
It will be Cameron Brown after that point after. Now 4 of 5 on point after touchdowns. Back to receive Corey George, wears number 8, and also Cole Stanford. This time onside kick. That ball is loose in the middle of the field. They'll have to dig it out of a pile. Onside kick recovered by Granite Bay.
Matt Walkowitz out there doing a nice job returning big special teams play, recovering that kick. You'll see we've seen the 2 bloop kicks, now the onside kick, and a hard kick to handle out there. Looks almost like a rugby scrum in there, doesn't it?
And I don't want to be at the bottom of that pile. Give credit to Nevada Union. They weren't fooled. They just couldn't come up with a football.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough bounce. You're trying to field a football. It's oblong in shape. That thing doesn't bounce right.
Now off a special teams play, flags fly. This has been the one area of the ball game that Granite Bay has struggled. They've hurt themselves with penalties. Not so much, up 10-0.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. First down.
At first, Granite Bay thought it was on them. Change that and turn it around. That's against the home team, Nevada Union.
Got to put a little air in your helmet up here at altitude. Put some air in there so you don't get the big concussion, Coach. You put air in your headset.
Should have done that a little earlier. Hey, that wasn't fitting right. He's going to go back in a little bit more.
It's funny, guys are so particular about that. You keep pumping air, can't get it just right, let it a little out, pump some more in there. It's really a feel thing.
Ronnie Thomas in motion, takes it, now tries to read inside or out, gets outside, tries to cut it upfield, and he's got a first down for Granite Bay as they continue to pound away on the ground.
And Coach Cooper is switching things up here. Normally, Peyton Thompson is taking that play. He's the big stretch guy to the outside. Tonight, they're going with Ronnie Thomas, taking the ball on that sweep. If you see him go outside like that, and we talked to Coach Cooper during the week, they have 3 different versions of the sweep. There's the green sweep, there's the red sweep, and then the red light sweep. Green sweep is designed to go all the way out. Red light is designed to cut back. And the read sweep is the one that he can pick his lane.
This time it's Peyton Thompson. He's trying to pick his lane, gets outside finally, pursued and driven out of bounds. Good job by the Nevada Union defense to string that out.
Nice play over there by Stanford on the tackle. This is the read sweep. Watch Thompson here as he's looking for a hole to jump down into. He can't find anything. Minor's doing a great job. If you get that sweep, what you want to do is just keep pushing it, keep pushing it. Eventually, the player has to turn it up at the sideline, but you've strung them out long enough to get some of your players there to assist in the tackle.
Second down coming up. Granite Bay. Flags in the air one more time. They'll have to sort it out. A sloppy first quarter, 3 penalties against Nevada Union.
56. Dead ball. False start. Offense. Second down.
And now 3 penalties against the visiting Granite Bay Grizzlies.
You know, it's homecoming here, so there's a lot of nerves to go with homecoming. Granite Bay coming in. They know that they're on TV. It's a big night. Change the game to Thursday. A lot of nerves in these games for these high school kids. Probably the first time most of them have been on TV for football.
I'm nervous now. Moss to run the option. What a play by Cole Stanford to come over and knock the ball loose. It is on the deck, and now they're going to try to sort it out. Granite Bay will keep possession, but a great play by the safety, Cole Stanford.
Michalkiewicz came up with the ball, but what a big hit by Stanford out there. Just coming from that free safety position, and watch this hit. Boom! Take somebody off their feet right now.
6'2", 195-pound junior, had 8 tackles against Vintage this year. Came in with 18 tackles, his second of the night.
And a great play by a high school free safety.
3rd and 10. Pass is incomplete. That's a nice hit. As they tried to find the receiver, Ronnie Thomas, out of the backfield.
Well, that was Camille Shahada out there in coverage. And I'm going to tell you, Ronnie Thomas was lucky that Shahada was going for the football, because that one could have taken his helmet off if he took that shot.
So 4th down, and they're going to go for it from the 35-yard line. Granite Bay.
When we talked to Coach Cooper during the week, he said they would not kick one over 40 yards during the game. When you're down this close, if you punt, how much does that do for you in field position in a high school game?
On 4th down, Moss on a row, getting chased by Cole Stanford. He drags him down. A big play by the safety for Nevada Union.
And 2 huge plays by Stanford on that drive. He had the big hit early for the stop, and then he came back and ripped down Moss right there. What a nice play. Stanford all over the field right now. Getting a little defense going.
Flag late on that play. Let's see how they assess this. But you're right, the defensive side has really tried to pick up some momentum for Nevada Union. And in particular, Cole Stanford. He's one of the two-way players that they've got on Nevada Union.
And sometimes it takes that guy. You know, in a high school game, you start off a little bit nervous, you're a little bit tight. It takes one guy to break out of that shell and start making plays, and a defense will rally around him.
There's a personal foul coming against Granite Bay. That will improve field position.
Dead ball. Personal foul. 1st down.
So again, this is 4th down. See Thomas Moss trying to get to the outside, and Cole Stanford right there to make the tackle. Great job. Remember, this kid's coming from the free safety position to make that grab. He was coming on a blitz, but still able to turn the jets on to the outside.
Earlier, after Granite Bay forced a turnover, they went for a big strike on the first play. Here's a big defensive stand. Do you look for a big strike from Nevada Union?
Some coaches have that philosophy. You go for it right now. Other coaches want to control the clock, and then here they are coming back for it.
Going long, just missing his intended receiver, who had broken loose, and they did go back to John Wivholm, the quarterback.
And that's Kemp Stanford right there, who was going downfield looking for the pass.
Lifts and aerials for Comcast Sportsnet High School, provided by Hertz Equipment Rentals. Stop by any of their 22 convenient Northern California locations. For more information, call 1-888-777-2700 or log on to www.hertzequipment.com. On 2nd down, a runoff tackle. Corey Downing, the senior running back. 5'11". Came in with 253 yards on the ground. Very quick feet for a big man. Hasn't fumbled the ball yet this year. That's good as well. You want a durable back who's not going to cough it up.
That's especially huge for the guy playing that fullback position in the wing T. He's hitting that hole right now, so it's right on the exchange between the quarterback and the running back. You have to really have sure hands to hold on to it.
Up the middle, Browning. Let's go downstairs to Nicole Zalumis.
Well, joining me now, Fox and Margaret Jantz. I have to say, Steele is at home. How is he feeling right now, especially watching this game?
I'm sure he's disappointed not to be out there. I know he's happy for Brogan. A couple of the players came over to the house today after school, and he was actually encouraging to him, trying to give him some advice on just, get your work in. So I think it's just tough on him, but he still wants to be a leader on the team somehow. I think he can do that by talking to him.
Not the best start for Brogan. Mom, seeing that, how's Brogan feeling out here tonight? Some jitters?
A few, but he's pretty confident, so I think he'll do really well. He's happy to be out here, and he's wearing the same number, so that's kind of cool.
All right, thank you guys so much. Back up to you.
Thanks, Nicole. How neat. The parents are here to support the young Brogan Jantz, the sophomore. And on 4th down, Nevada Union went for it, and they moved the chains. A 5-yard pickup by Anderson. Matt Anderson, the senior. And to jump back on that point about Steele, Jantz, sure he broke his leg. He wants to come back and play baseball this spring.
Yeah, absolutely. A good baseball player out here. He's trying to get healed up so he can get back on the field.
This time Anderson is dropped almost immediately. 2nd down coming up. Nice tackle made. Granite Bay, Thomas Haney, the junior, who has started every game this year. Grizzlies trying to gear up. They'd love to play a hard pre-league schedule. Their league play begins October 12th. They'll take on Rockland. They've got Roseville High School, Oakmont, Wood Creek, and Del Oro from the Sierra Foothill League.
Talked to Coach Cooper. He said, now is the time, the preseason stuff, to get all those guys worked in with all the injuries on the defensive line.
They gave it around to Anderson, trying to get outside. Makes his way to the 25-yard line.
A big bruising back out there. He mixed it up with Nico Molino on the outside and brought the shoulder pads. How about that?
8-yard gain. Well, he's a good blocker. He also plays on special teams, so he's not afraid of the contact.
Averaging 6.1 yards on the season. Nice average for a running back. That wing T design, we talked about the inside back, the fullback. He's running that gut all the time with the belly. Then you have that sweep off the outside, which is what we just saw for Anderson.
They stuff it in the belly of Corey Browning, and he goes nowhere. Good job defensively as Granite Bay able to come up. Bobby Ash came over and made a nice stop, a 6-foot junior.
You're seeing some guys run around right now on defense. Defense is really, early on, Nevada Union's offense couldn't get it going. They start to move the ball, and now Bobby Ash comes up and makes a statement. Defense is starting to run around the field. We saw the Miners do it early on. Now we're seeing Granite Bay respond.
For Nevada Union, the 8th play of this drive. And it's 4th down. Wivholm going long to the end zone. They wrestle for it, it's caught. Touchdown, Matt Anderson.
And Miners fans love it here on homecoming. Matt Anderson actually had 2 steps on his man early. Instead, he had to come back for that football. But sometimes as a quarterback on the deep ball, you have to throw it up there, let your athletes make a play. It's exactly what Wivholm did. Put it up there for Anderson, let him make a play, and Anderson came down with a huge catch.
Kyle Beelan on for the point after. And we've got a game here at Nevada Union High School. Granite Bay leading 10-7 after the 26-yard touchdown catch by senior Matt Anderson. Be sure to catch high school football all week on Comcast Sportsnet. This Sunday night at 6:30, Amador Valley battles San Ramon Valley, and Monday at 9, Los Gatos visits Palo Alto. Comcast Sportsnet, nobody does high school football better. Let's take another look. This is a play worthy of the Thursday Night Football highlight reel.
Little play action inside. You see Wibholm trying to move. That's why he was late with that pass, trying to move in the pocket. But how about Anderson going up over the DB who's in coverage on top of him? That was Corey Vanderbeek, and making that grab.
Anderson with his second touchdown catch of the season. This is Peyton Thompson as he makes his way to the 30-yard line. A 20-yard return for Thompson, who runs on the 4x100 relay team. How about this scoring drive for Nevada Union, down 10-0? That's a nice answer back.
And 2 for 2 on 4th down is an absolutely huge stat on that drive. They went for it, they got it. That plays big in your confidence.
And it came off a great defensive stop by the Nevada Union Miners.
That's right, Granite Bay could not convert their 4th down, turn it over on downs. Miners come back and capitalize.
Let's see if Nevada Union brings it. They give to Partridge. He's able to elude one. Fights his way towards the 35-yard line.
And this is where that big back makes a difference. You know, we talked about the speed guys having that fullback type. Carries the ball, just keeps those legs churning inside, moving the pile, keep driving people. Those are the hard-earned yards. You know, you hear about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That is an attitude play right there.
Partridge 3 carries for 16 yards. His backfield mate, Thomas, with 4 carries for 32 yards. So big averages on the ground for Granite Bay. 1 minute remaining in quarter number 1 here at Nevada Union High School. In motion, Peyton Thompson. The give up the middle. And a first down as Partridge gets swung to the ground.
Did you see the difference there? You see Partridge come through the first time, and he's running hard, putting his head down, big bruising back. Then Ronnie Thomas gets the ball. Watch this quick little movement here. Finds a gap, boop, just hops inside, gets a couple extra yards. Guys start to put their shoulder pads, get down, get ready for that big back. Thomas comes in with the speed, and now he uses that shiftiness to get the extra yards.
You know, Coach Ernie Cooper said he's one of the best running backs in the section.
Possibly one of the best in Northern California, he went on to say.
And they give the ball to Thompson. He's going to read, cuts it back upfield at midfield, and gets taken out of bounds. He's thrown out by Kemp Stanford, the brother of Cole.
And a nice job of holding on to that football as Josh Cole got his hand in there trying to rip it out. So a good job of running back securing the football. 5 points of pressure, which is what you teach guys from early on. Make sure you hold on to that rock.
Do you see a lot of high school programs teaching to rip that ball out defensively?
In high school, you need to be teaching the basics, all the fundamentals to these kids first. Some high schools do a great job of it, other high schools don't.
Off the Thompson 8-yard gain. Up the middle, Partridge. Nice tackle made in the secondary.
Corey George put his face mask right on that football, and you saw him just buck Partridge. Some good hitting going on here tonight.
That's homecoming. You got to bring it on homecoming, right?
Absolutely. You got Grizzlies and Miners matched up. That's a tough match.
That is a tough battle.
Who do you think wins that fight?
You know what? I think it goes a while. I don't think it's an easy call.
One guy gets a pickaxe,
yep.
Big claws on the Grizzly. It depends on how big the Grizzly is.
Quarter number 1 is all over. We head to the second quarter on homecoming night at Nevada Union High School on Thursday Night Football. Hallucinations of a nature making me want to scream loud. A full moon hangs above the sky in Grass Valley, California, about 65 miles from the state capital here in California. Thursday Night Football presented by Farmers, Nevada Union, and Granite Bay. And Granite Bay, the Grizzlies with a football. Peyton Thompson doesn't want to go down. He has another first down for the Grizzlies.
But a nice job setting up his block on the outside there. You see he had one man in front of him, and he set up his own blocking. The back that can read very well the players in front of him.
And is
Coach
that
Cooper told us that he needs to get him the ball more often. He's so electric.
You mentioned the read sweep before. Is that one that's kind of the read sweep, or is that even more pronounced?
Well, I would say that was the green sweep. He was trying to get to the outside, and he had Partridge out in front of him setting up a nice block.
3 carries, 21 yards for Thompson. They give up the middle. Brad Crisanti goes into the heart of that Miners defense.
And there's Cologne. We talked about him making his comeback this game. He had that torn MCL, partially torn MCL. Now he's back out here, picking up where he left off last year.
Heart and soul of that defense, and he shows why right there. Coaches say the teammates really rally around number 48 on that defensive side of the ball, and the defense with a good stop in the first quarter. Here goes Thomas Moss, and he gets pressure. The pass is incomplete. There's that man, Cole Stanford.
All over the field right now. That's the throwback screen. Thomas Moss was trying to set it up. They just didn't have any time. Right here off the outside on the safety blitz. Apparently, the Miners saw something on film where they could take advantage of that free safety blitz on the inside, and Stanford making every inch with it right now.
Michalkowicz split wide to the right side. Thompson in motion, and they brought a tight end, Miller, in, and they're going to go to the end zone. Michalkowicz batted away defensively, and a good job by Corey George.
George right there, step for step in coverage. It was a very nicely thrown ball by Moss. That's how you're supposed to cover as a corner on the outside. Perfectly thrown ball. See Michalkowicz right there, actually playing a little DB himself, trying to make sure that George didn't catch it.
Brings up 4th down for Granite Bay.
And going for it again.
Another chance for this Nevada Union defense to come up with a big stop.
4th and long. We're looking at 4th and 9.
Like some movement. Incomplete pass, threw it away from Peyton Thompson, the intended receiver.
Well, that was a setup screen, and you're gonna call it the legal lineman downfield. Moss just overthrew Thompson.
That should give the ball over on downs. Boy, these...
Yeah, you decline this penalty right here.
No question. These referees have had a lot of conferences here in this one.
Flag's getting dirty.
Have an eligible receiver on the offense. That penalty's been declined. First down.
So here's what we're looking at. This is a screen play. All these big guys taking one step and then heading downfield to block. As a quarterback, you need to get that ball to the running back or throw it short. The ball has to land behind the line of scrimmage once those big bodies get downfield, because the 50s, 60s, and 70s numbers aren't eligible. They can't be running around down there with the DBs.
Aramesh, Lummis, those big guys in the offensive line, they always want to get their hands on it. They want to be eligible out there. Nevada Union with a football. They hand the ball to Brian Scarborough. He gets up the field to the 40-yard line near a first down.
And another changeup at quarterback there. Brogan Jantz back in the game. So right now, just switching series between the two quarterbacks. But Brian Scarborough taking that sweep to the outside and making the most of it.
Are you surprised they went with a change after having such success the last time with Wivholm?
I think they're just trying to get both guys experience. You know that come league time, you're going to have somebody there with all the reps, and both of them need experience playing the position.
League play starts October 12th in that tough Delta Valley League with all those good Elk Grove schools, Franklin, Laguna Creek, Elk Grove High. Life's full of surprises, but Farmers Insurance can help get things back to normal. Call 1-800-FARMERS for a Farmers agent near you. Farmers gets you back where you belong. Mike Pulaski, Jim Kozimor, Nicole Zalumis on the sideline. Here they're taking a look at a player on the side. They were looking in those eyes. This is that artificial turf, Mike.
Exactly. This is the stuff with the ground-up tires in it. And so sometimes when your face mask hits the turf, that stuff bounces up. No different than dirt would, but it's a little harder particle. You got to try to get it out with eye wash.
Not something most people would expect to have happen.
It's really fun. Get that stuff bouncing up in your face like that.
Oh, sure.
It was great on the real turf. You used to get the guys coming out with the big clumps of grass hanging from their helmets, or caught in their chin strap. Now you come off with a set of Goodyears in your face mask.
Wolf, one of the running backs. That was a 4-yard gain. Second down coming up. Misdirection. Scarborough into Granite Bay territory, and he's near a first down.
Same exact play, just that sweep play to the outside. What the quarterback does in the wing tee, you have a back behind you. He's going to fake the gut. There's a fake gut handoff right there. It comes to the sweep. Called the 29 sweep when it's going to the left like that. And in the wing tee, you have quick and strong guards. So you get the quick guard out there in front pulling for you.
Scarborough with a first down pickup, a two-way player. They've given him a couple of carries, but he's a very good receiver out of the backfield. Here they try to go right up the middle. That's going nowhere. Matt Anderson gets dropped as soon as he gets the football.
And Ryan Loader said, nuh-uh, not in my neighborhood. This one's going back. Nice play by the linebacker.
They've got good linebackers at Granite Bay. One is Chase Shirk, a two-year starter. He likes to bring the load. Here on homecoming night, Nevada Union High School.
I think they do that around here in November when it gets nice and cold, the no shirt, like the Packer squad does, the Cheeseheads.
Pass is incomplete.
Tough for a left-handed quarterback. You know, they're on the far hash, so they're running that play. It's the 19 boot pass. Quarterback keeping it running to the outside. But as lefty, you got to get your body turned around and try to make that throw. So tough for a young quarterback to throw across his body going the opposite way.
And Brogan Jantz goes right over to the sideline, and he gets the verbal command of what the play call is instead of signs or signals and looking at plays. He doesn't wear that wristband that's got, well, there it is. There's that wristband. He's got the plays. He doesn't want to get mixed up, though.
Yeah, a sophomore coming in, trying to get into the system here. You give him every benefit that you can.
Misdirection on third down and long. Off the reverse. Up first down. Cameron Ryan, a 6'3" junior, came flying around the left side, turned the corner.
And almost a mix-up on the initial play. Watch Brogan Jantz as he comes out. He runs directly into his fullback right here. Boom! Oh, whoops. So they're looking for the reverse. Jantz runs into the back to hand off the ball and then tries to throw a block out there in front. And he's probably going to be a really good quarterback one day, but that was not a very good block.
Ryan had a total of 28 yards rushing coming in. That was a 19-yard pickup. And this time Corey Browning goes right up the middle.
So right now, Nevada Union running a good mix of that wing tee offense. They're running the gut, they're running the sweep, the boot, throwing the boot pass, just mixing things up, moving people around the field and trying to keep that defense from Granite Bay guessing.
Ninth play of the drive on second down. Ryan in motion. And it's Ryan fighting forward. Well, they like going to the big back. 6'3". He's a big target out there, but he keeps the legs pumping.
And at 6'3", 205, that's a big high school kid, like you pointed out. And he's a burner, too. He has really good speed out there. So you get a guy in that wing position, that slot position, who can move. Right now, they're going right down the play calling sheet in that wing tee. Gut, sweep, boot, cross, gut, sweep, boot, cross.
Well, Coach Humphers said they got to get Ryan the ball more. He had 7 carries against Del Oro. And now it's Browning getting outside. Ryan trying to lay a block out there to give him some room.
And being very efficient. This is where, you know, we talked a little bit about some of those injuries on the defensive line for Granite Bay. This is where it comes in. You need to have a defensive line who's established. You know, you're missing some guys out there, and right now the running game's going well for Nevada Union.
Yeah, Pexa, Dixon, and Hidalgo all out on that defensive line. Browning, that's a big hit laid on him. Nico Molino, a 5'10" senior, dropped him, and the last guy to get up from the pile. Return starter from last year's club. Also on special teams, has a block kick this year.
And when you watch film on the Grizzlies, you see Molino all over the film. He's always around the football, has a real nose for it, finds a way to get involved in almost every defensive play.
12th play of the drive, almost 5 minutes run off the clock.
That's the wing tee offense for you, ball control.
In motion, they give to Scarborough.
Nice mix, inside, outside, inside, outside.
Flag down. There was a late flag that came near Nevada Union.
A lot of flags so far.
That's the 4th week of high school football. These teams should have a little bit better timing, although you must point out again, Nevada Union playing with 2 new quarterbacks.
Exactly, and that's a huge part of it. You know, it mixes things up. Takes a while for people to settle back into that. And you've got a lot of new faces over on the Granite Bay side as well.
They want to orchestrate it. Let's see if they get it right here.
There's 2 fouls on the play. Dead ball, personal foul, offense, dead ball, personal foul, defense.
So those are gonna offset
These penalties do not offset. We do have to enforce order and concurrence.
So basically, you walk one off, and then you walk the other one off.
And they will begin to do that as Dave Humphers must wait and see where the ball lands before he can decide what to do with the play calling. Brogan Jantz getting a chance to play and replace his brother, who was out after breaking his leg. 2 sports star, wants to come back in the spring and play baseball. His brother does, but Brogan getting quite an opportunity here.
And good for a young quarterback. Get some snaps. Obviously, you don't want it to happen where the guy ahead of you gets injured, and especially not when he's your brother. I'm sure Brogan looked up to his older brother playing the same position out there, but he's getting some snaps now. He's starting to grow as an athlete, grow as a quarterback. He had the help of his brother Steele coaching him. You know, here's a guy, Steele Jantz, one of the hardest working kids on this squad, and now he's out there watching his brother play.
Ball is at the 10, and there's some movement. That will go against Brian Scarborough. He started to jump out a little bit quick for Nevada Union. Just when the Miners were rolling.
Ball start. Offense, 3rd down.
Well, we saw Granite Bay do this on their first drive, drove it down, and then shot themselves in the foot. Right now, Nevada Union really had something going, and they're starting to move themselves backwards.
Let's see what the sophomore does here. He's leading him on this drive. This is a big learning lesson for him. Jantz to the end zone. It is caught. Cole Stanford went up to make the grab inside the 5. A great athletic play.
Brogan needs to go over to Cole and say, thank you very much for saving me on that. He floated that ball out there again. The lefty rolling to his right. Floats this one up a little bit. And Cole Stanford, he's making plays tonight, isn't he? Goes up and gets that. A couple of white shirts in the area, and he's the only one that was going to come down with it. He wanted that ball more than anybody around him.
3rd catch of the year for Stanford. And we have a timeout on the field on 4th down coming up for Nevada Union. A big play for Dave Humphers' club.
We're probably going to go deep. We're going to go with the opposite. Right? We're going to go even.
After the timeout, big 4th down play coming up for Nevada Union. They trail 10-7. Brogan Jantz under center.
Just trying to draw Granite Bay off sides. Get some movement, hard count them. When Jantz didn't get it right away, they're going to go back and now go for the field goal.
When news breaks, watch it live as head coach Lane Kiffin answers the tough questions and breaks down the Raiders' strategies, performance, and competition. Raiders press conference live Monday afternoons at 2 on Comcast Sportsnet. 4th down, you can still pick up a 1st down, correct?
Yeah,
I mean, it's narrow, but you can get
a
one.
yard for the 1st down, and from there it's about a yard to the end zone, maybe 2 yards. But just going for that little hard count. You know, it's old football 101. Your coaches on Grizzly side going, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Nevada Union telling the quarterback, hard count, hard count, hard count. You know, make them jump. So good job, good discipline on both sides. Jantz calling that timeout. Now they're going to go rethink this decision for the Miners.
Are you a fan of the quarterback sneak?
not with a young quarterback for a full yard. They've been running the ball so efficiently. I would run that sweep again.
14th play of the drive. Misdirection. Scarborough.
And we saw it before. That's that same sweep play again, the 29th sweep. They've been running it extremely well. You start to see that end of the line chase down. You get Scarborough out there on the outside. I think it's a good choice of play call.
Now let's see where they put the ball down. Yeah, officials timeout. They're going to take a look at it. Play takes a little bit of time to develop, though, doesn't it, for such a short distance?
It does, but I think teams are looking for that quick gut or the quarterback sneak or something quick, hitting quick inside. And they've been very good. At the high school level, you have to stick with what you're good at. They've been very good at the sweep tonight. You stick with the play that got you there.
There you see the signal, first down. Granite Bay continues to, Nevada Union continues to roll despite Granite Bay getting out to an early lead of 10-0. First and goal. They get outside, touchdown, Corey Browning. Fourth touchdown of the year for Browning on the ground.
And Browning said, hey, there's another number 5 out here on the field. Obviously, we've seen Peyton Thompson. Now Corey Browning gets to the outside. Another thing about Corey Browning, ski racer. He's been a ski racer since he was 7 years old. And you can see some of those quick mogul moves right here to the outside. Quick hips. Actually competed in the Junior Olympics 3 times.
Point after is good. The Miners have come back. 14 unanswered, a 15-play drive that went 69 yards in over 6 minutes. This was the capper, the Corey Browning touchdown run.
Nice job of Nevada Union grounding the ball, running that wing tee almost to perfection. A couple penalties obviously in there, but again, converting on another 4th down. That's 3 4th down conversions now tonight. 15 plays, 69 yards, and taking all that time off the clock. If you're a coach who runs the wing tee, you love that offensive series.
Now let's see how that Nevada Union defense responds. They have played well. They came up with that big stop back in the first quarter. From that point on, that big defensive stop, this has been the Miners' game.
Absolutely took momentum right over.
Kenny Desjardins deep also. Peyton Thompson, they kick it to Thompson. He's pulled down. Good special teams play by Nevada Union.
Jacob Gonzalez doing a nice job getting downfield. For a lot of guys who don't get to start, really get to make a contribution on special teams. And you see him coming out of nowhere making tackles.
That could get you some snaps. That type of tackle, running downfield, special
Absolutely.
teams where you make
effort.
a name.
Coaches are looking for effort out there on special teams.
Let's see what the Granite Bay Grizzlies do. They were up 10-0 at one point in this game. They give it to Peyton Thompson. Boy, that Miners defense, they're coming to play now. They're bringing the load. Cole Stanford right there.
Cole Stanford along with Josh Cole out there.
This guy's been everything at the defensive end tonight.
Cole Stanford's just been making plays left and right. Here he goes right, making a big tackle line of scrimmage. Here he goes left, swinging down to quarterback Thomas Moss. Coming back on the blitz, another big hit on Moss. And of course, in on that last play as well.
Don't forget the big offensive play made on that alley-oop pass inside the 5. They give it on a sweep to Ronnie Thomas. He's near the 25-yard line. Boy, Cole Stanford, he's in on everything. This guy is really all over the field.
And he's the guy, you know, we were talking about the single guy that's got to turn it up. He's just got a nose for the football, and he's getting out there and making plays. high school so often is about one guy making huge plays. Cole Stanford is that guy right now for the Miners.
It's homecoming night here at Nevada Union High School. There you see the homecoming court. They will decide at halftime who the king and queen are. Oh, what great tradition.
Does it get any more American than that?
No, that's great motor car right there. That is a...
You got a 57 T-Bird. You got homecoming king and queen being announced tonight. You're playing high school football on Comcast Thursday night under the lights. You kidding me? This is classic Americana.
Oh, and the parents must be very proud. They're waving, enjoying themselves.
See, she's wrong. She thought we weren't recording. She's live.
Yep.
And there's our man right now. Player of the game so far. Cole Stanford out there just making plays all over the field.
He and his brother Kemp very big in that secondary for Nevada Union's defense.
You know, we talked about the team speed for Granite Bay. Cole Stanford out there showing some speed in the secondary. You put, oftentimes in high school, you put your fastest guy back there at that free safety position, good athletes, because they're making all the reads. They're the guys back there that have to read the play, react, and make the tackle. Free safeties aren't often making tackles behind the line of scrimmage. This time, Cole Stanford is making plays at and behind it.
Coming up this Saturday, college football on Comcast Sportsnet will be in San Jose for San Jose State. The Spartans, they take on the UC Davis Aggies, 1 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet. The Davis Aggies moving up a division in college football. Granite Bay a big third down. They're 0 for 3 in third down conversions in the ball game. They give it up the middle. And that defense swarming the ball carrier.
Well, did not get the 3.
Boy, they unpeel him from that pile. Nevada Union's fans very happy with the effort. That's the running back, Ronnie Thomas, who was in there. And that is going to bring up 4th down with 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Let's go down into Coles Alumis.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know basically how this homecoming works. The final 3 cars in the line hold the winning couple, but they won't know until the announcement is made, so it's kind of exciting out here, guys.
4th down play. They push the pile forward, and he breaks out. It's a foot race. It's Ronnie Thomas and teammates. The 5'9" senior will go the distance. Touchdown. Granite Bay Grizzlies.
I heard a whistle on the play. I thought one of the officials blew a whistle. We're going to have a conference because I thought the far official blew the whistle. Here we go. We're all going to get together. And we may get that inadvertent whistle call.
A 74-yard touchdown run by Ronnie Thomas. And I think Granite Bay wants to kick the point after as quickly as they can.
Absolutely. They're trying to get out there and get it kicked.
Defense.
Granite Bay's calling time, or rather the defense, Nevada Union calls time. Dave Humphers comes out. They're excited on the Granite Bay sideline. And Coach Dave Humphers, he's got the Fitchin cap on.
And he's looking for the whistle. He heard the whistle on his sideline.
That was an ugly scrum right in the middle. That's got to be tough right there. Let's hear that play back. Real speed. Listen for a whistle.
You don't hear it there.
And you ain't going to hear it now. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown for Ronnie Thomas. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And so many times, 4th and short like that, everybody packing to the pile, something breaks out, there's nobody back there to make a tackle. Well, there's a whistle.
We've determined the whistle. Cameron Brown on for the point after. It is good. A 74-yard touchdown run. That gives Granite Bay a touchdown. And they have reclaimed the lead on the road here in Grass Valley. A big touchdown run by Ronnie Thomas has given Granite Bay the lead. There is Cole Stanford and Corey George back deep to receive.
And we've seen some trickery on the kickoff tonight by Granite Bay, an onside kick and 2 bloops.
Let's see what Cameron Brown does this time. A little push to the near sideline that will go out of bounds. They have not kicked long all night long.
Well, that is going to be a penalty right there for kicking the ball out of bounds. The penalty designed to keep the ball in play. You want to create action in the game. Let the returners or somebody catch that ball and run with it.
Thomas on the night, 7 carries for 121 yards, over a 17-yard average. And after that touchdown, his 6th of the season, Granite Bay has reclaimed the lead. Now let's see what Nevada Union can do. The quarterback, John Wivholm.
So just both quarterbacks alternating series back and forth right now. And both guys have led scoring drives.
Let's see how the Miners respond. The give to Cameron Ryan. He stays on his feet and then gets knocked down. Good hit by Chase Shirk, a 2-year starter. The linebacker came over to finish off Cameron Ryan.
Well, that was 6 foot 210 running into 6'3", 205 right there. And he got rocked pretty good. Shirk just dealing a nice blow on that play, pursuing from the inside. Ryan was able to shake off a couple hits early, but he wasn't going to shake off Shirk.
He got through that initial defensive line, and here it is.
So he breaks one tackle right there, breaks another one coming up inside, and now here comes Shirk. Boom, full head of steam. That's a nice hit. Nice and legal, up high.
They've wanted to get Cameron Ryan the ball an awful lot more recently. That was his 4th carry of the evening. Thursday Night Football continues next week with an exciting intersectional matchup. We'll be live in the East Bay as Foothill of Pleasanton hosts Stockton Powerhouse Lincoln. That's Foothill versus Lincoln next Thursday night at 7:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. We have seen some great teams on Thursday Night Football here on Comcast Sportsnet, presented by Farmers. These are 2 very good ones here near Sacramento, California. We are in Grass Valley, and there is Cameron Ryan getting help to his feet.
Well, sometimes you run the ball like that, and you don't see the tackle coming from the inside, and Shirk able to put that helmet right in Ryan's ear hole, and you get your bell rung a little bit. I know how that feels, and it's not comfortable. But it's okay because you don't really remember it later.
So it's Wivholm in charge. Clock continues to move inside of 1:40 remaining in the first half. Wivholm under pressure. It's thrown back inside the 30. Colton Paulus over, the junior defensive end. He is one to watch on that defensive line for Granite Bay.
Well, he is one of the guys that had to come in and fill in for all those injuries we talked about early on. You know, it's Pexa, it's Dixon, it's Hidalgo that are all out, and Paulus has to step up big tonight as a junior.
Got good size at 6'2", 235. I've got 640 on that defensive front. Grabenauer is 220. Flag down.
That ball, delay, offense, 3rd down.
25-second clock.
One of the things that you have to learn as a high school quarterback is game management. And sometimes it's not always on the quarterback. Sometimes it's on the coach as well. The coaches have to be able to get plays in there. Remember, Cameron Ryan, one of their starters, just went out. They're trying to fill in, get people in there, trying to figure out what plays they can call with the personnel they have.
6 penalties against Nevada Union in the first half alone. Scarborough stays on his feet. Finally gets drilled to the ground. A host of Grizzlies over to make the stop. Corey Vanderbeek was among them. Scarborough. That brings up 4th down for Nevada Union.
Absolutely a punting situation. You want to drive it as deep as possible against Granite Bay, but with just under 39 seconds left, you don't want to give them a chance to return it.
Now let's see what Dave Humphers has in store here. As with less than a minute to play here in the half, you certainly don't want to make a big mistake. Nevada Union trailing right now, 17-14. Look at the Sacramento Bee top 20 poll. Here are teams 1 through 10, and Granite Bay in that top 10. They're ranked at number 4. That Grant team is a very good one that they got a scare earlier this season. Kyle Beelan punts one out of bounds.
And you know what? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You've got Peyton Thompson back there, very explosive player. Just get the ball across the midfield line. You know, you're going to burn some time off the clock. It's down to 32 seconds now. Keep it away from the return man, whatever you do.
Well, Granite Bay's got weapons. Thomas Moss comes out onto the field.
Think we might see a little prevent defense here?
Well, Moss just 2 for 7 throwing the football in this one for 39 yards. 1 score. Go off his fingertips.
And Thompson just missed timing his jump out there. Ball going off both hands, and he actually went up a little bit early for that one. If he'd gone up just a half step later, ball hits him right in the hands at the top of his arc, and he makes the catch.
Peyton Thompson very fast. We've talked about his 4.5 40-yard dash time. Runs the 4x100 on the relay team and track and field for Granite Bay. There's that mistimed leap.
See him trying to turn his body, a little bit of an awkward position for him back there.
He could be a Division I prospect, though, on the defensive side.
Yeah, that's right. Coach Cooper said he's really maybe more of a corner type at the D1 level.
2nd down. They set up a screen. Clark Partridge to the 45.
And he actually had some good blocking out in front of him there. Tyler Loomis was in front, and I think he actually turned around and pushed the tackler directly in to Partridge.
It should do it for the half, as Granite Bay will let the clock wind down. We are at halftime. A good one here on Thursday Night Football. Granite Bay with a quick start. They were up 10-0. Then Nevada Union with 2 quick strikes to go up 14-10. And Granite Bay answers on a big touchdown run by Ronnie Thomas. A 74-yard carry that has given the Grizzlies the 17-14 halftime lead.
Yeah, we've seen some great offense and great defense on both sides of the ball.
Let's go down to the field. Nicole Zalumis.
I'm with Coach Dave Humphers right now. Are we going to continue to see in the second half the 2 quarterbacks going back and forth, or has one earned the job?
No, they're both playing well. They're both leading the team well, and our offense is executing. So, you know, we had, you know, 2 miscues there, and, you know, but our kids are playing hard, and we just need to make a couple of adjustments here and play a good second half, and we'll be fine.
Obviously, it's a close game right now. What is it going to take, those adjustments, for the second half for you guys to take control?
Well, it's offensively, we make a couple of mistakes in the last drive and just blocking assignment, you know, specific things. You know, then defensively, we got to finish the tackle all the way till the guys, you know, down on the ground, the whistle blows.
All right, thank you so much.
You know, their kid played hard on that play and kept battling, and so, but it's a great game, and you know, by both sides, and we're enjoying the great competition.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Back up to you guys.
All right, Nicole, that guy was Ronnie Thomas with a big run, 74 yards on homecoming night for Nevada Union. They trail. Homecoming night here in Grass Valley, California, Nevada Union High School. Granite Bay with a lead, 17-14. Let's take a look at the first half highlights, Mike, and there were plenty.
Yeah, plenty of big plays in this first half. You got Thomas Moss going deep to Brandon Michalkowicz. Nobody around. That's a walk-in for 6. Granite Bay got it started. Then Nevada Union comes back. You see the deep pass. Wivholm. How about my man Anderson going up and over somebody for the ball? That's the way you finish it. And then Brogan Jantz coming in with a big thank you for Cole Stanford making a huge catch there. And then it's Corey Browning to finish it off for the touchdown. And then how about this? 4th down scrum, 4th and short, and Ronnie Thomas breaks out of the pile. 4.5 speed, being led by a blocker with 4.5 speed. Nobody's gonna catch those two. That's an easy touchdown on 4th and short.
Here the first
rushing yards, of course, big. Granite Bay with the 164, with the 2 big turnovers on downs, of course, as well. See time of possession, Nevada Union, big time in the lead right there, but 2 turnovers. So this game really close right now in a good high school football game.
Big night for Ronnie Thomas. You take that 74 yards off, and the rushing yards are very much closer for Granite Bay and Nevada Union. It's homecoming night. They're enjoying themselves here on Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sports Net. Miners. And
that's not a Grizzly.
That's not a Grizzly, is it? Let's go down to the field, Nicole Zalumas.
Joining me now, Coach Ernie Cooper. I have to say that 74-yard run wasn't so bad, added a boost for you guys.
Yeah, we just wanted 1 yard, and Ronnie's a heck of a player. I also complimented our O-line because the reason they didn't blow the whistle is because that pile was still moving, and so our O-line did a great job, but obviously Ronnie's a pretty good player.
What was the conversation at halftime? Obviously, you were proud of him, but you need to come out in the second half and be just as dominant.
Oh, yeah, we told our guys right up the bat, you know, we are not playing close to our potential. We have not finished drives. We've left plays out there. And our guys are pissed. You know, they know they haven't played to their potential, and you know, we want to play a lot better, especially since we're on TV too. I mean, let's face facts. So our guys are determined to play a little better in the second half.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Back up to you guys.
A spirited Ernie Cooper joining us here at halftime. Way to go, Ernie. And we talked to him during the week. He's so spirited. He's so effervescent. I met his wife and daughter before the game. She is so happy and cheery. That has got to be one fun family to be around.
Well, we talked about it. You know, here's a guy that loves what he does. He wanted to be a coach. He got into coaching because of Frank Lynch, his high school coach when he was playing. And he was a baseball player, but he's coaching football. How can you not love that life? He's just jacked to be out here.
He admitted as a high school player, he was a backup QB, and like most of us, we always thought we were better than the starter anyway, so I kind of thought I knew a little bit more than maybe I did. He also played some free safety. Those quarterbacks, they like to control the game, though, don't they?
Yeah, we are very much the micromanagers on the field. We have to know what everybody does out there, and so we control it all.
On the other side, for Nevada Union, that's Brogan Jantz taking snaps. He and John Wivholm have been alternating series for the Miners. And there was the starter for the game, John Wivholm, the junior, a 6-footer. He started in the past, both of them on in relief of Steele Jantz, who began the year as the starter here with the Miners.
A Wivholm just 1 of 4, but it was a big one down the field to Anderson. And working that 2-quarterback system pretty well right now. You know, in the wing tee, you can do that because you run the football so well that your pass is really your changeup. It's not a mainstay. But both these guys coming in backup roles, performing admirably right now. You saw Brogan Jantz taking snaps from Devin Rowe there. You can't get enough snaps with your center. at any time as a quarterback, because so many different situations he's doing different things. You want to get used to the guy, and with 2 new guys out there with the starting center, they haven't gotten a lot of snaps.
Remember, Wivholm's a right-hander, Jantz is a left-hander. Does that change things for the center?
Well, it changes things for the quarterback. The way the ball comes up, the center has to be able to twist it around differently for that lefty.
Third quarter is underway. The kick comes short to Ronnie Thomas. He doesn't go out of bounds, stays on his feet. Won't go down easily, and finally gets rammed to the turf across the 30.
Nice change up there by Coach Cooper. If teams are going to be blooping the ball to the sideline, what do? You put your return man in that up back position. You have one of the fastest players on the field up there to field the ball.
Thomas Moss comes on. 3 for 9 in the first half. He's very mobile. He was able to move in the pocket somewhat. But let's see what they do on their first possession here of the second half. Granite Bay leading 17-14. They immediately give the football to Ronnie Thomas. Tries to turn it upfield, and the tackle is made. Corey George was there to make the stop.
And remember, they were using Ronnie Thomas on that sweep a lot on that first drive, but this time he comes up hobbled, limping a little bit on that left foot.
That's not something that the Grizzlies want to see with that 4.5 speed.
But he's putting some weight on it. He's going to be able to walk that one off and come back out. Generally speaking, the only person getting hurt right there is the dad when the mom's beating on the shoulder, seeing her little boy run off the field hurt.
Short drop. Wide receiver, Peyton Thompson tries to get outside. Good job defensively. Cole Stanford went one-on-one, and he was able to stop Thompson.
And Thompson bobbled that ball a little bit before he could get started, but a great defensive pursuit. Cole and Casey over there to make the tackle, but all those blue shirts around the ball. Thompson trying to go inside, and Casey doing a good job of just grabbing that shirt tail and holding on. And again, Cole Stanford showing up out of the middle from that free safety spot.
That's a tough spot for anyone if you have to go one-on-one with Peyton Thompson. Moss throws incomplete. He tried to find A.J. Hurlitz, the tight end.
And a huge hit, Tucker Cologne. Remember that middle linebacker we talked about coming back? He was in there to make the play and put the big hit on it. Look at him. Yeah, that feels good to get back out here in pads right now. Boy, that's a tough one for a tight end, boy, to go across the middle like that and get stretched out for a ball. Hurlitz, we were told, probably will be the best tight end to ever come out of Granite Bay by the time he's done. Looks very good on film, but he's been fairly quiet tonight.
Ryan Miller will punt, just his 4th punt of the year, first of the night. Averages 36 yards. That one dies at the 43-yard line, a 23-yard punt. And Nevada Union will have the football. Big hit made by the linebacker Tucker Cologne. And now let's see what the Miners can do offensively with very good field position. Brogan Jantz, the sophomore quarterback, will start the second half. Well, that offensive line just charged up there. Jantz will roll. He's a left-hander. Pass is complete to Matt Anderson.
Now let's look at the difference. Young quarterback, hasn't got the physical strength, the body strength yet that he's going to have as a senior. Rolling to his right, we saw him throwing those lob passes. Rolling to his left as a lefty, he's throwing strikes. Perfect spiral, right on the spot. That's a good sign for a young quarterback. When you're rolling to your natural side to throw, you deliver a nice ball.
9-yard pickup, second catch of the ball game for Anderson. His other a brilliant touchdown catch. The chance again will go over to the sideline. He'll talk to the head coach.
And that 25-second clock is ticking right now.
Here you see the pageantry here of a homecoming night in Grass Valley. About 65 miles from the state capitol. They tuck the ball away to Jared Ralph. The running back stumbles forward and he gets the first down.
Almost got tripped up a little in the backfield. A nice job keeping enough of his balance to get that first down mark.
Boy, here Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet. It's a standing room only affair. misdirection again. He's a left-handed quarterback. He would have had to have made that pitch with the offhand, his right hand.
I think he was pretty much going to keep that ball from the beginning. You saw him see a little lane right there. Right here he's thinking, okay, I can pitch. Nope, I'm keeping it. And from there on, he was keeping that ball. Nobody else was getting it. It's okay, you got to do that every now and then as a quarterback. Run up there, stick your nose in there, get a couple of hit marks in your helmet.
Get a little respect from your teammates. 2nd down and 10. In motion, Ralph takes the handoff, gets outside, has a block. A 1st down and more inside the 25.
And Corey Browning is out there lead blocking. He got a huge hit to start off, and he finished off, got a hand on another guy, got a 3rd block downfield. Here is an unselfish back. Look at number 5. Boom, 1 big block to clear the way, and I'm going to go look up somebody else. That is a nice job by a back of clearing the way for one of his teammates.
And really good instincts by Jared Ralph on a 22-yard pickup. They give it up the middle to Browning, the man who made the block to spring Ralph. They reward him with a carry right up the gut.
As it should be. Your man's going to be out there being a team player, unselfish. Give him a little sugar. Hand him the ball.
10 carries for Corey Browning, the 5'11 senior. Last week, 14 carries and 35 yards and a loss to Del Oro for this Nevada Union team. They're 1-2. A big drive. They trail in this game to Granite Bay. Misdirection. Matt Anderson cut it upfield. Nice job to elude the first defender he ran into.
Great job out there making a move. Matt Klingler was outside on the defense, playing what's called force. Anderson able to just weave his way back inside and get some positive yards.
A big first drive of the 3rd quarter for Nevada Union. They give it to Browning. Nice tackle made as Chase Shirk, the linebacker, came over, wrapped him up around the waist and threw him out of bounds.
I remember Shirk earlier is the one that we saw mixing it up with Cameron Ryan. Shirk, a big hitter from that linebacker position, one of the team leaders inside there.
Last year they had Miles Burris playing the linebacker spot. He got a scholarship to play at San Diego State University. Shirk and Burris, very good friends. And now it's all up to Shirk to make tackles like that. Misdirection, Anderson inside the 5.
Early in the first half, we saw Nevada Union running that sweep and taking it wide, finding the hole on the outside. Now Granite Bay is getting up the field, forcing it back inside. But Anderson is doing a great job of getting his shoulders north and south. You want your back facing one end zone and your face mask facing the other, and he's getting upfield and getting positive yards.
3rd down coming up for Nevada Union. 9th play of the drive, and the first time they've been in a 3rd down situation. It's Browning. Gets outside to the end zone. Touchdown, Miners!
That's actually like a replay of his touchdown in the first half. Again, shook the first tackle. Just got rid of an arm tackle, kept running, and ran the ball hard. What a great reward for the kid that was out in front, blocking for his teammates, making plays on the whole drive.
His 7th touchdown of the season, 2nd tonight. On for the point after, Kyle Beelan. No good. He pushed it to the right. But a big finish to the drive for Nevada Union. Here in the 3rd, they have reclaimed the lead on Granite Bay. Tuesdays at 6, keep up with all the high school sports action from throughout Northern California. Watch Cal High Sports Bay Area Tuesdays at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet. Mike Pulaski, Jim Kozumor with you, Nicole Zalumis on the sidelines. Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet. Presented by Farmers Insurance, a 9-play drive for Nevada Union. We've had 3 lead changes, Browning providing the latest. And the Miners have taken the lead here on homecoming night for them. Long boot, Peyton Thompson near the goal line. Gets outside, has an alley, got a block. On his feet in midfield. Inside Nevada Union territory. A 61-yard return.
officials missed. That was a block that sprung him, too.
And a player is down behind the play. A Nevada Union player down. A 61-yard return for the speedster Peyton Thompson. And he doesn't go down easily either. Maybe we'll see the block here, Mike.
So coming up the sideline here, that's clean. But right here, coming out of the right-hand side of the screen, that would be a block in the back. And a nice block to spring him, too, just enough to clear him so he can run through an arm tackle. But again, you have to give the young man credit. Peyton Thompson has great skills out there with the balls in his hands.
They still tend to the injured player for Nevada Union. Lifts and aerials for Comcast Sportsnet High School football provided by Hertz Equipment Rentals. Stop by any of their 22 convenient Northern California locations. For more information, call 1-888-777-2700 or log on to www.hertzequip.com. For Nevada Union, they have had a big night from Corey Browning.
Here is the sweep just out to the left side. You see him breaking a tackle on the outside there by Matt Klingler. And again, breaking another tackle by Matt Klingler to the outside for the touchdown. Doing a nice job on that belly sweep to his left, but fighting a big, strong back, fighting through tackles down by the goal line. You want the big back carrying the rock down there.
12 carries, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll step aside as the Nevada Union Miners have reclaimed the lead. We resume play here on Thursday Night Football. The player who got up late on that last play, Jacob Gonzalez, able to walk off the field under his own power. And play continues with Granite Bay having the football. And man, do they run hard on Granite Bay's side. That's Ronnie Thomas again. Remember, last series he limped off the field. You'd never guess it with that run.
That's one of those things in a game, and you can tell by the way a guy comes off the field, whether it's a tweak or a sprain. He just tweaked it a little bit, felt uncomfortable. But look how hard he's running the football now. And you're right, Coach. Absolutely no sign of an injury there.
9 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown. A 74-yarder on second down. Inside handoff, Thomas on his feet, first down. An 11-yard pickup.
And a nice little underneath handoff. That's just that cross play again. Fake that sweep to the outside, bring the cross back underneath as a trap.
There's Gonzalez. That was the player who got up late after the kickoff. He has performed well on special teams tonight as well.
Little ice bag there on his neck. Just making sure, a lot of precautionary measures around high school football. Making sure kids are all right before you do anything to move them.
Partridge up the middle, inside the 20. Nevada Union responding quite well after giving up a touchdown. There you see Tucker Colomb, the linebacker. Defensively, Nevada Union trying to slow down what Granite Bay can do. A handoff over the middle. That time it was Thomas.
And right now, Ronnie Thomas carrying the mail for Granite Bay, isn't he? He's taking the handoffs inside, outside, hitting that hole hard in the middle. He's a guy they're starting to rely on. You know, he's their big back. We talked about it earlier. Ernie Cooper say maybe one of the best backs in all of NorCal. Right now, they're going to their go-to guy.
That's what he called him, their go-to rusher. Looked like a little movement in the backfield. Late whistle. Here comes a flag as the play continued. That will not count. The catch was made by Ryan Miller. It looked like there might have been a hitch in the backfield by Granite Bay.
Cole Stanford clapping his hands. He's saying it's against Granite Bay.
Dead ball. False start. Offense.
Ernie Cooper wants to know who did it.
Well, he talked about leaving some of those plays out there on the field. That's exactly what he's talking about. It's the little mental things as coaches that drive you crazy. You don't want to see your guys making the false starts, the offsides. You know, a holding, that's one thing, but if you're rolling early, you forget the snap count, that kills your team.
3rd and long. Granite Bay 0 for 5 in 3rd down conversions. A slant caught by Machokowicz. He's got a 1st down near the 5-yard line.
And a nice catch and run after the catch by Brandon Machokowicz. Ran a great slant route on the outside. Moss just delivering a nice pass inside. And Machokowicz getting all the yards he can at the end.
Well, you see Kemp Stanford, number 10, come over. He got up a little high that time making that tackle.
A little forearm blow to the head, didn't he?
17-yard pickup. The give to the back. Thomas into the end zone. Touchdown, Ronnie Thomas, a 6-yard scamper.
And the go-to man got to the end zone. That's the back that this team is going to count on through the season. Your 4-5 guy, your inside runner, the guy that can get the tough yards out there and use his speed to the outside. Ronnie's a little pumped up right now.
His 7th touchdown of the season, and we have another lead change here in Grass Valley. The point after.
And roughing.
It's good. Granite Bay makes it 24-20, but there is a flag down.
That's good.
That's going to be a roughing the kicker penalty. Nick Basso was coming in, was going for the block, thought he had it, dove, and ended up roughing the kicker in the end, came down and knocked him down. The question is whether it's roughing or running into him.
I'm going to give it.
But he got Cameron
down
Brown
over
pretty
there.
good.
15, buddy. Yeah, I got personal foul. Roughing the kicker. And BSS on the kickoff.
There's your answer. Those kickers are so exposed at the end of the play. Their feet are up in the air. You see foot up, and there comes Basso in. Right across the leg.
Little tuck and roll at the end of it for good use. And Granite Bay has answered themselves. They've taken the lead back, 24-20. Thursday Night Football presented by Farmers Insurance. Our 4th lead change. Granite Bay has taken the lead back. A 6-play, 38-yard drive in over 3 minutes. It was set up by the Peyton Thompson 61-yard kickoff return. And now Granite Bay is set to kick off. Cameron Brown. They have
no worse the wear for that roughing the kicker penalty.
Let's see what they do with this one. They've been different on their kickoffs as Cole Stanford and Corey George are back to receive.
Well, with the penalty on the kickoff, I would imagine that you're going to try to drive this through the end zone.
We've seen them pop it up 4 times and an onside kick.
But if your kicker has a leg to go 45 yards, you can get the automatic touchback.
Stand up for the kickoff.
Unusual formation on the run up.
Psych.
Made you look.
I always wondered about that. I think sometimes special teams coaches have too much time to scheme.
Line drive kick hit a player. They're going to fake the reverse, and it is kept by Corey George, but he is down near the 15. Let's go to the field and Nicole Zalumis.
Joining me now, Desiree Partridge, mother of 6, 4 football players, 4 boys in the family who have played, are playing, or will play here. Talk about that. What is Sunday like, or the weekends like in general with your family?
Football, 24/7. Lots of potatoes, lots of meat, and lots of chocolate shakes, and a lot of hard work. I love it.
This is nothing new for you. You said that you used to watch football with your dad and even watching your brothers. In fact, I want you to kind of give us a synopsis. How's Clark playing tonight?
Clark's playing really well. They're getting him the ball, which is good, and he's making the first downs, that's his job. And his main job is blocking so that our running backs can get around the corner, and he's doing a really good job at that. So they'll get him the ball, and he'll get his touchdown eventually. But his main job is to block, and he loves helping his teammates out. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, Desiree. I'm going to send it back up to you guys.
All right, Nicole. Will was a fullback. Judd, a defensive lineman. And remember, you've got Taft in that junior Grizz program.
That's right,
buddy.
coming up big time. I think he's going to be another running back. I want to know, in the real Partridge family, who plays the part of Danny Bonaducci?
You know, Desiree, that's good work by Mom.
Yeah, that's a football mom all the way.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And here this week, it's extended out to Thursday night for Thursday Night Football.
And she's talking about first downs, blocking out in front. This is his job. Of course, you heard the mom in there. They're getting him the ball, and that's important.
Good job defensively by Granite Bay. That defensive line getting a workout. Remember, they're short 3 usual starters. 3 for 8 on third down conversions for Nevada Union. It is 3rd and 12. The quarterback, Wivholm, throws a pass complete. Caught by Cole Stanford, and he's got a first down and a ripped jersey.
How surprising, Cole Stanford making a big play. Offensively, defensively, this guy has been a two-way star for Nevada Union.
16-yard pickup on this play. Boy, Stanford on both sides of the ball today.
Little play action pass there, just the corner route by Cole Stanford. Got that jersey tucked under the shoulder
There
pad.
we go.
That's good stuff right there. It starts to choke you on the other side of your neck. You get these jersey burns. It looks like a hickey running from your Adam's apple back behind your ear.
Hey, you could talk about war stories then. You got to make up a good story. Almost a turnover. But the ball is pulled down by Nevada Union.
It's great having a Thursday night game, too, especially before homecoming, because you can walk around school the next day and you got all your battle scars, you know, your bruises and stuff like that when you're in high school. Those things are important.
You don't want to
when you're young like this, you heal really quick, and if you play on Friday night, your bruises heal by Monday. But if you go to school the next day, you've got your bruises.
Trevor Grabenauer. How about that head of hair? This guy is a swimmer. He is a combination defensive lineman swimmer.
That hair has to cause some drag.
Let's go down to the field, Nicole Zalumis.
Well, talking about Trevor Grabenauer, he's not only a football player, but he's actually on the swim team and he wrestles. You know, you don't often see a lineman on the swim team, but his mom says he just loves swimming so much, and his best sport is actually wrestling. Trevor is also a type 1 diabetic, but his mom says that has never stopped him. He's such a dominant athlete and a great force on this team, guys.
Now, you often see football players that are wrestlers, but you don't often see a football player that's a swimmer or a swimmer that's a wrestler.
Wivholm chased out of the pocket. Now he's got to run. He's out of bounds.
And how much grief do you think he gets about wearing the Speedo amongst all of his football teammates?
He might catch a little bit. He might have some buddies in the stands who are up there, you know.
I can tell you right now, it is merciless in the locker room.
Brings up 4th down. There's Trevor Grabenauer. Remember, this guy was sick on Monday, had to leave practice. They sent him home. Nevada Union will punt the football. Peyton Thompson has to run all the way back, gets it at his 23-yard line, turns it upfield, cuts back 40, and gets driven to the ground.
Got a couple nice blocks out in front there by Nico Molino and Chase Shirk. Clearing away for him. A nice job fielding that ball. He got the good bounce. You know, it's that home course country club bounce to get back and get it. But a good, nice return, nice blocking.
40-yard punt, 16-yard return. Life's full of surprises, but Farmers Insurance can help get things back to normal if the unexpected ever happens. Isn't that what insurance is supposed to do? Call 1-800-FARMERS for a Farmers agent near you. Farmers gets you back where you belong. Granite Bay has the football. The quick give up the middle. And the tackle is made. You've got Clark Partridge in the backfield. We met his mom moments ago. Part of a football-playing family. And another dirty work player. One of those guys that does all the tough stuff.
Lunch pail guy, blue-collar worker.
Still not going to work harder than mom. You got 4 football-playing sons. Back. The defense is where Nevada Union really started to turn this game around.
Well, we talked about that red light sweep earlier. That's the sweep that's designed to cut back inside. That time, they ran the red light sweep directly into a pinch by the defensive line. So tough call at a tough time.
We come to the end of the third quarter. Let's head for the fourth. Thursday night football on Comcast Sportsnet. It's a homecoming evening in Grass Valley. Home Nevada Union trailing to Granite Bay. What a good one we have for you on Thursday night football. 4 lead changes in this game, and Granite Bay on the road looking for their 3rd win of the season. Mike Pulaski, Jim Kosamore with you. Nicole Zalumis on the sideline. 3rd down and 6. And the pass short hops up into Ronnie Thomas. Incomplete, but Thomas has had a heck of a night.
Thomas has been the ball carrier, making moves to the inside, making the big break. 4th and short, folks. 4th and short. Break it outside for the 74-yard touchdown run. And nobody's going to catch him on this field. And then a nice cut to the outside for the touchdown. Ronnie Thomas been carrying the mail tonight for the Grizzlies.
And he's out there on special teams as well. On 4th down, Ryan Miller will punt the football, just his 2nd punt of the night. His first one went for 23 yards. He gets a good one here. Bounces inside the 20. Nevada Union back deep in their own end to begin the 4th quarter in their first possession of the 4th. A 41-yard punt by Ryan Miller.
And that's what you want to do with your punting game. You want the big change of field position. Miller that time doing a nice job. Big kick out there.
Just 5 punts this year for Miller overall in the season. 2 of those tonight. Nevada Union with football.
And young Brogan Jantz out there actually dropped that snap, bobbled it coming up to start. You were talking about the difference between the right and the left-handed quarterback. Had a little miscue between the center and the quarterback right there. And that's such an, people take that for granted. You know, you watch games, you take that for granted. One of the most intricate parts of the game is getting the ball from your center, because those guys are moving, firing off. As a quarterback, you got to know which direction they're going and how much pressure you can apply so that you keep your hands right in the sweet spot.
There's a little helmet issue on the offensive line for Nevada Union. And there's Dave Humphers, the head coach. What does this say? That all game long he's continued to go back and forth between Wivholm and Jantz, but this is a lot of confidence he's showing in the sophomore quarterback. And the handoff to Corey Browning, tries to get outside. The defense pursues. Nice stick made by Tyler Flagel.
Nice job by Tyler Flagel, but Corey Browning is bringing a load out there on the outside. Watch the lead block up in front. That's Brian Scarborough making a huge block. And look at Browning, bring the shoulder, throwing a little forearm shiver up there. That's how you run the football.
Scarborough getting out in front. We've seen a lot of good blocking by backs from both teams tonight. Misdirection, Matt Anderson tries to get around outside, but gets pulled down.
Again, coming back with that sweep action, and not quite enough for the first down.
So, a big 4th down coming up. You're looking at about a yard, if that. And Nevada Union will punt the football. Kyle Beelan is on. Peyton Thompson is back deep to receive, and Thompson, if he gets a bounce, might have some room to run. Gets a block, gets through the initial defense. Now it's a sprint against the punter. Touchdown, Granite Bay. Peyton Thompson, a 61-yard return.
And did we just see that 4.49 speed? A nice burst up into the inside and picked up a couple of nice blocks right away. But as soon as he got daylight, wasn't anybody going to touch him, because he was on his horse and rolling.
He got a good bounce off that punt. It came down.
It's about all the oxygen he's got left is to get that one scream out.
That's right, he's at altitude. On the point after, It is pulled. It is no good for Granite Bay. What a return. Peyton Thompson putting on a show, showing off that 4.5 40 speed. There ain't a punter in the country that's going to catch him now. Granite Bay adds to their lead, 30-20. Look at this form.
They're doing push-ups for points, but not a single one of those push-ups is regulation, I'm telling you right now. Talk about a return. Thompson just using his speed and great blocking out in front, but there wasn't a blue jersey on the field that was going to get near him. He turned on that 4.49 speed straight to the end zone.
A 61-yard punt return for a touchdown. He had a 61-yard kickoff return that set up a score for Granite Bay. And now that little pooch kickoff settles in, and Nevada Union will have the football.
Well, Colin Casey, a nice job picking that ball up, because that is a live ball, no different than an onside kick. You have to field that because it's live.
Granite Bay has used that little kick towards the sideline throughout the evening. How dangerous is that kick? We've seen one go out of bounds already tonight.
Well, I mean, you can get the penalty for it. It's only a 5-yard penalty. There's also a chance that you can recover that ball. So you get good coverage lanes to go down and cover the kick. You're going to likely deny a big return, but there's a chance you could also get a turnover.
Ernie Cooper's club has come on strong, but now it's up to John Wivholm and Nevada Union. Pass is complete. Nice catch made by Jared Ralph, but he got stunned.
Nico Molino coming over and bringing the hat, as it were. Rolling from that free safety spot, and just as Ralph turns upfield, Nico Molino is there to say, hello, sir.
7-yard pickup, and now the handoff to Matt Anderson. He's got a first down for Nevada Union as we approach the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Peyton Thompson, pretty good night on special teams for Granite Bay.
That's not bad. 3 of each return, and you're looking at 180 yards returning. So nice job for a return man. And a lot of them have been on the bounce.
He's helped Granite Bay go up by 10. Nice spin by Corey Browning, and he has a first down for Nevada Union inside Granite Bay territory here in the fourth quarter. Nevada Union was down to start the game 10-0. Then they started their comeback after a good defensive stop. They find themselves down 10 again here in the fourth.
And now they're trying to struggle back, and I'm impressed with Corey Browning. The way he runs this football, he does a great job carrying it up inside.
Anderson stays on his feet. Got to give credit to Bobby Ash, who did a good job defensively to come up. He fought off a blocker and was able to slow down the ball carrier.
Yeah, if you don't get that big hit and that immediate tackle right away, you've got to grab Jersey. You've got to hang on. And Bobby Ash did a great job that time of just hanging on until his team could get there in pursuit.
Loss of a couple.
Got a little fog working in that face shield there.
Did you ever play with a face shield?
I did for about 2 plays.
Wivholm with time, going long. Cole Stanford couldn't come up with it that time. He went up with 2 Grizzlies defenders. We saw Stanford make a catch on a play like that earlier tonight.
And Cole looking for a little pass interference. Wivholm a little late with that ball down the field. But you see Stanford over there getting grabbed and getting hit while the ball's up in the air. But in all honesty, that ball was out of bounds. That's uncatchable anyway.
Cole Stanford unhappy with the end result.
But giving his quarterback a high five there, saying, hey, keep coming to me. We'll get it.
Do you see a big difference in the play calling between Wivholm and Jantz?
You know, there's a lot of running plays, but they're going down the field more with Wivholm.
Gets pressure, gets away. Wivholm throws across his body, incomplete. Trying to hit Brian Scarborough.
Again, run the right-hander to the left side. It's hard for him to get those shoulders around, and he ends up forcing this ball downfield. Good job eluding the first tackler. Right here, you don't have anybody as a quarterback. You got to make that decision. Tuck the ball, get the yards that you can. He forced it, but he got away with it.
All right, 7:42 to play in the game. 4th down situation. You're near midfield. Do you go here? Well, remember, you just gave up a big punt return.
If it were 4th and 3 or 4, then that's one thing. But we're looking at 4th and 12.
Wivholm. They're sending him deep. He's got a man. The pass is caught by Cole Stanford. 1st down inside the 15.
Who else would you go to? Who's been making all the big plays for you all night long? Defensively, offensively, Cole Stanford has come through for this Miners football team, and once again he comes up with a huge catch down the middle. Just a post route on the backside of play action. That's the guy that oftentimes is unnoticed going down the field. John Wivholm pretty happy he had Cole Stanford down there.
A 35-yard pitch and catch. Then they counter by going to the ground, but that's not going anywhere. Matt Anderson gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's a big play. Cole Stanford has made big plays on both sides of the ball tonight.
And right now, Granite Bay hasn't come up with an answer for Cole Stanford out in the pass route. I would keep going back out to him. Press those corners, press the ball downfield, let your quarterbacks throw the ball a little bit.
Stanford 3 catches for 60 yards. Wivholm's primary target tonight. He's a two-way guy, Cole Stanford, and he's been a good one. Wivholm off a fake. He's going to carry it. He's got a blocker. Boy, they rode him hard. But he was able to pick up some yardage off the fake handoff. He had 2 blockers in front of him.
He did a nice job getting some extra yardage there at the end. The tough running. You know, all of us quarterbacks are like that. We like the hard ground yards, run tough, Coes. Especially us guys that were brought up in the wing tee.
You're an old wing tee guy, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I was. I laugh because Troy Aikman played the wing tee in high school, and one of his quotes was, "It's possibly the worst offense ever invented," because you have a guy like Troy Aikman, who has obviously such a wing, and he's throwing the ball 10 times a game. But for high school, it's a perfect offense.
5-yard pickup by Wivholm, and now he throws to the end zone into coverage, and the ball is knocked away out of bounds. Looked like Nico Molino was out there.
He was looking for Cole Stanford.
Tyler Flagel as well.
A bunch of jerseys around Stanford out there, and I think Stanford did a nice job playing defensive back there. Look at him come back and make a play, trying to knock that ball away. So Nevada Union escaping disaster.
4th down and 5 from the 9, and they bring the kicker on.
You need 10 to tie. Might as well get you 3 here.
A 26-yard attempt for Kyle Beelan. He has not, coming in, had not connected on a field goal. This kick on the way is good. So Kyle Beelan brings the Nevada Union Miners that much closer.
Huge. Because you make that drive, you convert the 4th down, and you get some points out of it. So that's a good boost.
Granite Bay still with the lead, 30-23. Thursday Night Football on Comcast Sportsnet, presented by Farmers Insurance. Granite Bay clinging to a 30-23 lead on Nevada Union. And Nevada Union kicks off a slow roller, picked up by the up man, but the up man is a good one, as Clark Partridge is able to maneuver forward to the 40, a 14-yard return for Partridge, and Granite Bay in good field position.
And so now we've added another type of kickoff. We got the squib kick as well.
Well, Granite Bay now in the hands of Thomas Moss, the 5'10" senior quarterback. Comes from a football playing family. His older brothers play the game, one at Arkansas, one at UTEP. Here we are in the 4th quarter. We give up the middle, and it's Ronnie Thomas. Remember, he's the go-to guy. He's got the strong leg drive, but now you're late in the game. Will we see Granite Bay try to go to the ground game more?
Absolutely. Try to run that clock out, control the clock for as long as possible. You've got 5:20 and change to milk off the clock. Go to your guy that's been carrying you. Go to Ronnie Thomas, Clark Partridge. He's a big back up inside. Every now and then run that sweep to the outside with Peyton Thompson. Keep going with the ground game. Just make sure you're getting those first downs.
We approach the 5-minute mark here on the 4th. Thomas in motion. Thomas with the ball. Has a lead block from Partridge at midfield. Just shy of a first down. Good block by Partridge to spring Thomas that time.
And I guarantee you right now, Coach Cooper would be more than happy to go 3 plays every series and get that first down. Good play out there right now. A Nevada Union player down on the field.
And they will tend to that player. This gives each team a little breather.
See Coach Humphers out there along with the training staff looking at his player. Always good to have the head coach out there with you.
Here's tonight's Hertz aerial play of the game. Are you ready? We've got some good ones for you, Mike. How about this catch by Mike Anderson?
Yeah, how about aerial plays? Anderson with a big comeback grab. John Whitholm. And then, of course, you have to put Brogan Jansen there. Cole Stanford going up for it. Stanford making plays all over the field. Another great grab. 2 great aerials of the game.
Anderson and Stanford. Very impressive performances. Very impressive receptions there. You see Matt Anderson, the 5'11 senior. He has had a very good night. 2 catches, 35 yards. The big catch for the touchdown.
And that is not good for Nevada Union. That's Cole Stanford being helped off the field right now. And he has been their playmaker all night long.
Both sides, and he gets helped off here on homecoming night. Well, what a night he has had. Cole Stanford really has been a highlight reel performer.
Ronnie Thomas has been great on offense for Granite Bay, but Cole Stanford has been the Iron Man this game so far.
3rd down and 1 for Granite Bay, and it appears that they've got the first down off the run by that tough go-to back Ronnie Thomas. There it is. That's right. First down.
That's right, Ronnie. First down. You tell him.
Now, Cole Stanford has had a good night receiving, a good night defensively, and it looks like he's pretty tender.
In obvious pain, but I'll tell you as a former athlete, better that they're looking at his ankle than looking at the knee.
What a night he has had. So on first down for Granite Bay, inside handoff, there goes Thomas. Still on his feet near the 40, and he rolls down. Then there's some pushing and shoving after the play. Brian Stockton from Nevada Union with a 2-hand shove. Casey over there. Colin Casey to make the stop.
That play was like the triple Lindy. You had silver helmets everywhere, all over the field, and finally came back with the underneath handoff.
You know, we said that Granite Bay would play some West Coast and some fly. Have we seen much West Coast tonight?
We've seen a lot more fly than we've seen West Coast.
The give to Peyton Thompson. He squirts outside, has a man to beat. Now it's a sprint to the end zone. Thompson stepped out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
But he turned on a burst of speed when he got down by that sideline. And I thought he was going to roll all the way to the end zone.
28-yard pickup. He got around outside, and then Kemp Stanford couldn't cut the angle down, but was just out of bounds.
And again, a big block on the outside by Clark Partridge. Nice move there. Right there. You see it. Right and left foot both on the sideline. Good call by the official on the spot.
Boy, you could see when he puts it into the new gear.
He's got some wheels.
We've seen that tonight. Inside handoff, Partridge. Inside the 10 and push back. Well, we thought we'd see more ground game on this possession for Granite Bay. We're seeing them churn clock, move the football. They're making it tough on Nevada Union.
And keep moving the sticks. That's what you do. Keep moving the sticks, keep getting those first downs. And they've chewed off about 2.5 minutes so far.
Now you're under 3 minutes to go in the game. Thomas Moss, the quarterback. Peyton Thompson takes the handoff, has a Partridge block, to the 2.
Great play on the outside by Kyler Caldwell. It's called a slow play. You play it out there and let the blocker come at you. You think about running backs setting up their blocks. As a defensive player, you set up your block. See him step up field and then cut back underneath. Cross hat that guy trying to block you and make the tackle. Nice defensive play out there by Caldwell.
The 5'8" senior came in with 12 tackles and an interception.
That's tough. He had a big man bearing down on him, too.
That was a first down pickup, so 1st and goal inside the 5.
And now they're milking the clock. Good job by Moss out there. Milk that 25-second clock all the way down.
The sneak. Did Moss get in? I do not see the signal.
All the officials have their hands down right now, so they're going to get another 25-second clock to walk down.
And now you're under 2 minutes to go. Thomas Moss will go to the sideline. They're going to start winding that clock 25 seconds from now. That ball just inside the 1-yard line.
So you can take it down to about 120 right now, and then you punch it in, and you go up by 10 points, and you're going to be down under 120 in the game.
They give Ronnie Thomas into the end zone. Touchdown, his 3rd score of the ball game, his 8th of the year. Granite Bay goes up big. 2-touchdown difference this late in the game. A great drive, though, by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that is tough to surmount. A great offensive show there by Granite Bay. Good job grinding the ball, and the big guys up front getting it done, blocking assignments.
9 plays, 59 yards, over 4 minutes on the clock. And for Thomas, 17 carries, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns. The point after no good.
And just a simple inside power action. You get that lead block in there. Clark Partridge leading the way for Ronnie Thomas. That's exactly how you draw it up on the whiteboard.
And the offensive line should get some credit. You know, they also know when it's time to start to get that running game going.
Yeah.
And it's moments like this that the offensive line, that's what they live for.
Late in the game is all about attitude. Do you have a nastier attitude than the guy that you're going against? Are you going to make that block, or is he going to get you up front? And as a big man, that's what you take pride in as an offensive lineman. Because remember, you don't get a lot of credit during the week or during the regular season. But your running back gets those yards because you're churning out the hard yards. They do push-ups like you do, Coach.
Way to go, ladies. That is a solid effort. Some are doing sit-ups instead, or crunches, if you prefer. But you know what? It's all about
crunches are good. The crunches are good right there. I happen to know, actually, that's a great part about high school football. It's Becky Herman. That's Thomas Moss's girlfriend down there doing the crunches. So that's the quarterback's girlfriend out there actually getting a good exercise in.
Thomas with 164 yards rushing. Thompson 237 all-purpose yards. And now on the kickoff, the ball is muffed and it comes down to Granite Bay. They will have it.
The 3rd turnover of the night. And that is huge. And we've seen all those special teams kicks, the bloop kick, the squib kick, the onside kick. Well, now that bloop kick, we were just talking about it, the play before, the kickoff before. This is what happens. You force a guy to make a play out of position, and that's a tough catch for Anderson to go down there and get it. You know, that ball's low. He's got to go down by his knees at a full sprint to try to make the catch. That's a tough one, and he ends up leaving it out there, sitting A.
Matt Wakovitz able to recover the loose ball. Boy, Granite Bay was right up the field quickly that time. There's a timeout called. A tough night for Dave Humphers' club on homecoming. Nevada Union looks like they will drop to 1-2, and on the other side, a happy Granite Bay squad. They will move to 3-1. Coming up this Saturday at 1 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet, we'll have college football for you from the South Bay. San Jose State, the Spartans at home. They take on the UC Davis Aggies. A Very important game for both clubs. San Jose State coming off a win at Utah State and Logan, while the Aggies come in 2-2, fresh off a win at their brand new facility that they have in Davis, California.
Right, brand new stadium. Both teams trying to gain some momentum going forward. You know, Dick Tomey doing a great job down there at San Jose State, and of course, Coach Biggs doing a great job for years up at UC Davis.
Nice carry by Partridge inside the 30-yard line for San Jose State, coming off a road whack win at Utah State. A late win, a come-from-behind victory for them after 3 tough games to start the year, 3 losses on the road.
Well, and tough games, you said it. They played some tough opponents early on, too. So now as they're getting closer to their schedule, their full-time league schedule, they need to get their game together.
That man needs to get the game together. Dave Humphers, as they prepare for the start of league play. That'll be on October the 12th, that very tough Delta Valley League. And there you see, well, a young player who really was one of the stars, if not the star, in a losing cause, Cole Stanford, and he had that ankle wrapped up. What a great performance by that young junior. Peyton Thompson adds to his all-purpose yards, gets outside, breaks 2 tackles inside the 10. There is a flag down on the play, but what a pretty run by Peyton Thompson.
Bobbing, weaving, showing that burst of speed that we've been talking about all night. That was the whole package right there as a running back out of Thompson.
20.
So a lot of flags in the first half, not so much in the second half.
Pulling, offense, 3rd down.
Well, if you're in the middle of the game and you're kicking and scratching, that one kills you because such a huge gain. At this point, we got to see a pretty run, and Granite Bay milked some time off the clock. So it doesn't necessarily kill you. They still retain possession of the ball. There's a little future minor down there on the sideline.
That's right. They start them young.
Both teams doing a nice job with youth programs in the community, bringing the system up through all of their levels of football at the school.
Well, those little minors, they're taught the wing tee early, aren't they?
Oof, wing tee. Coach Humphers said he's been running it since high school. That's a long time.
Hey, he ran it. It's good enough for him. Good enough for these young boys. Peyton Thompson, inside, breaks a tackle to the 25-yard line, ran right through a defender.
That last series is what we call Thompson left, Thompson right. And again, this is just that green sweep. He's getting outside right now. Good job cutting up inside. Thomas and Thompson, 416 combined all-purpose yards. Talk about carrying your team on offense.
And remember, those returns, a 61-yard kickoff return by Peyton Thompson that led to a score, then a 61-yard punt return for a touchdown. He is, you know, he's breathing hard right now, but he deserves it. He has really earned a pat on the back, a handshake. He gets them both right there. Great night.
And you got to be happy. Got to be happy with that performance tonight.
And you saw it on Thursday Night Football, presented by Farmers Insurance right here on Comcast Sports Net. Half a minute to play in this one. Thursday Night Football next week. It's Lincoln and Foothill. You're going to see a good one in the East Bay, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have some good football going. 2 good teams, good traditions of football.
Just might do it right there as the quarterback takes a knee. Thomas Moss. And that will be it. Ernie Cooper. Celebratory hug. He's got a great attitude, and his team with a quick start out of the gate, 10-0, then lost the lead, but then they came roaring back, scored 36 points, and on homecoming night here against Nevada Union, Granite Bay puts up 517 all-purpose yards and win it 36-23.
An impressive game for the Grizzlies. A good team. They've shown a lot of poise. Come from behind 2 weeks ago versus Napa. Come from behind tonight. Finding a way to move the ball on the ground. Passing game looked good at times tonight. Special teams were good. I thought they played well overall. And how about Nevada Union? I mean, I thought Nevada Union and Dave Humphers' team was great. They battled all night long, too. So we saw 2 teams both fight extremely well on this evening.
Don't forget that next week, Thursday night football will be at Foothill High in Pleasanton as they host Lincoln of Stockton. Game time is 7:30 p.m. This has been a presentation of Comcast Sportsnet. For more information, including upcoming schedules and events, log on to ComcastSportsnet.com. For Mike Pawlowski, Nicole Zalumis, and our entire Thursday night football crew, this is Jim Kozimor saying good night from Grass Valley.